Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me, Jaylene, also known as Femme4. I have the most titillating topic for you all today. But first, tease that subscribe button below for me. Good. Now generally I don't share my own personal desire towards a sex topic that I'm discussing on video. But this one I cannot deny, I absolutely love tease and denial. So that's what we'll be talking about today. Yay. I'll be covering 3 key things. Number 1, what is tease and denial? Number 2, why do people like it? And lastly, number 3, 2 tips for teasing and denying. Number 1, what is it? Tease and denial, in my own opinion, is one of the most basic foundational aspects of a power play dynamic, whether it's sexy acts or not. What I mean by this is that the effort that a sub puts into the play scene is always an act of striving for something. This could be a reward, a praise for doing a really good job, or simply some good pleasure sensations. On the other hand though, we have the dom, aka the one in power, who holds in their hands what the sub is striving for. They can give and take away the prize of whatever that sub is striving for as much as they want to. Now let's zoom in on this little philosophy that I'm going on a tangent about. Focus, Jaylene. Tease and denial is ultimately the teasing of what someone wants. Usually it's seen as sexy energy, touch, or orgasm that the other person is choosing to withhold to various degrees. An example is, oh, you like being touched here? Well, I'm going to have to see that you are worthy of that first. Oh, you want to kiss me? Well, it seems a little bit difficult with you all tied up like that. Moving on, number 2. Why do people like it? For the receivers of the tease and deny, the good things never come easy. That could have been a very dirty sentence, but I did mean it seriously. When working towards something, when we have our eyes on something, the anticipation is just so freaking exciting. Time for a little storytime analogy. Imagine if you're a kid and you're allowed to have ice cream every single day. It probably would not be as exciting to you after a week or so. But then imagine your parents, i.e. the ones who are in control, tell you that you must solve a jigsaw puzzle in under 20 minutes for you to get that doubly chocolate fudge ice cream. You're sitting there, hurriedly putting the puzzle pieces together. Perhaps you're already imagining what the ice cream would taste like on your tongue and your heart is starting to race. And imagine how good it must feel when you do solve that jigsaw puzzle on time and get that ice cream treat. And guess how excited you still will feel at the idea of ice cream, even if you didn't manage to complete your puzzle. Now, the idea of ice cream seems plenty more exciting when it's slightly just out of reach rather than it being handed to you on the daily. No? That, my friends, is how tease and denial works. Everything, including sex, can be so readily available in today's world. Or at least it seems that way. So no wonder some of us crave to have a little bit of a challenge to get what we want, or to simply be denied something that usually we are able to have. We all know what tease feels like. Denial, on the other hand, comes from a very masochist pleasure. It is the feeling of staying inside the anticipation phase of things. And for some, it can possibly play into a healing factor of embodying rejection, needs or desires not being met, or possibly just an ego check. Flirting with the line, but never fully crossing it, that's what those with tease and denial kinks really are all about. And if you've been kind of flirting with the line of exploring with something new and you don't really know how you or your partner potentially feels about it, I am open to listening to what you are seeking in your sex life, as many others do with me as their coach, to help support you into moving there confidently. Book a free intro call with me in the link below to see if we're a good fit to work together. Now, let's talk about those who are giving the teasing and denying. Why do they like it? As a professional dominatrix, I absolutely revel in seeing my subs in a permanent state of wanting and craving. There is an energy of complete control, especially when you think of the powerful emotions of sexual desire being at play. This is the sadist aspect of being the giver of tease and denial, knowing exactly what your sub wants and finding so much pleasure in not giving it to them. Teehee. Okay, number 3, 2 tips for tease and denial. Number 1, create waves of hope. Now, imagine the ice cream story and you did not finish the puzzle in time, unfortunately. Your parents give you a little drop of hope, however, by saying if you can complete 3 tasks before bedtime, you will get half a bowl of ice cream. Ultimately, remember that even with tease and denial, pleasure is immense. Number 2, create a hard deny line. In some games of tease and denial, the teasing and denying only really goes to a certain point until the sub deserves a reward of whatever it's being denied of. Sex, candy, orgasms, you name it. And if this is the case for you, just because the sub does receive what they want in the end, does not necessarily mean all this teasing and denying went to waste. You had a fun time with some kinky explorations. Yay. But to make the tease and denial dynamic continuous, even after the sub gets what they want, I want you to ask yourself, what is something that my sub would want, but would never actually get in this particular play scene? This is your hard deny line. An example explains this best. Imagine I'm in a session, a play scene with my sub, and in the play scene, there's a tease and denial about them being allowed to kiss my feet. Now, at the end of the session, the sub has ultimately worked so hard, they do get the reward of kissing my feet, but throughout the session continuously, I was also teasing and denying and holding over top of them that they would never be able to kiss anywhere else on my body. That's the hard deny line because they are never truly going to achieve that during this play scene. And the third tip I have for you is really to ask yourself, what more are you wanting from your own sex life? Are you one of those, like my past coaching clients, who feel insecure about what they want in their sex life? Maybe you feel a little bit unfulfilled. Let's come together, you and I, in a safe space to talk about all the different things of sex and kink that you want to really grow in. I am offering a limited free intro calls where you and I can talk one-on-one to see if it would be a good fit to work together for my coaching. For all the details and to book your free call, find my website below. As well, please like and subscribe if you feel like you've gained something from watching this video today to help the free sex ed community. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. It's me, Fem4.